Hello, friends. So today I have a tasty treat for you. Just a quick and advanced warning, this is not going to be the normal kind of video that I make, even by sitting in front of the camera and talking to it for 18 minutes standards, because something very juicy has happened, and even I'm not still entirely sure what exactly it was that happened, but I think I've mostly pieced it together, and, me being the nice, fantastic person that I am, I'm going to share it with all of you, because, I hate you. What I'm about to show you is, 1, probably the funniest thing you'll ever see on this channel, and 2, probably the closest thing that this dinky, small little YouTube channel will ever have to a controversy, which, if that's true, I'm fine with that. In fact, that's probably a good thing, but even if I did have more controversies, to be honest, if they all played out like this, it would be quite enjoyable. So I am recording in OBS right now. And I'm just gonna have to edit this in my video editor, which I never do for these type of videos, so that's how you know it's special. I've been waiting to do this video for many hours. This started in like the middle of the night. So I was on this video. I didn't actually really watch the video. I planned to, but I just went on it. I don't even know what the video is about. And the only thing that I have to do with this video is the top comment that it was showing was from Mr. Reality, and it says, 10% of Twitter users only make up 80% of the tweets, not to mention the bots that the leftists love to use. Twitter should not be held to a high caliber. This is from Mr. Reality, and him and his wonderful commentary about leftist bots will be something you'll want to remember. Keep in mind, this is just a comment chain on this video. Here is the comment chain. So Mike Haig said, course it shouldn't. Trump is on there. And that in and of itself is worthy of making fun of, but I wouldn't have commented unless Mr. Reality had responded to that. Checks account. Yup, empty. Mike Haig is a bot account. You Nazis will never learn that bots don't work, but then again, you're mentally ill. You know, when I think of bot accounts on YouTube, the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh, Hitler. So I responded with, this reply chain is a disaster. As you can see, somebody liked it. It wasn't me. And I was just gonna leave it at that. I was making fun of both of these comments because they both seemed kinda silly to me. This one is obviously a little worse. Nazis. But this one, I just kind of have a pet peeve of people randomly bringing Trump up when it has nothing to do with anything, which might be in part because I am Canadian. I live in Canada. So I could not give an at's ras about Donald Trump. The only thing that I will comment on that is Donald Trump related is that, and I will say this about anybody who says this, no. Video games do not cause gun violence. If that makes me a Nazi, then... Now, keep in mind, this is going to say 4 hours ago, 3 hours ago. None of this actually happened recently. Like, it happened recently, as in within the last 24 hours, but the times it's saying here is not right. I haven't reloaded this page out of very fair fear that, maybe some of these have been deleted. It would appear from some of the later replies that some comments have already been deleted, and I just don't want to lose this magical precious gem. So, yeah, I haven't really reloaded any of these pages in quite some time, which means that if anything has happened since, it will be quite a delightful treat, and you'll get to see my live reaction to it. Completely unrelated side tangent aside, sorry about that, Satania. Satana Malfoy responded, what did you expect? Their 5-year-old who set their... What did you expect? They are 5-year-old who set fire to their G.I. Joes and are now bored. Parents probably forgot to properly lock their phones and they got lost on their way to a Disney unboxing. Reading that was an adventure. Mike Hag, being the absolute savage he is, just said, "Mr. Reality, quit being retarded." And then, here's where it gets juicy. So Mr. Reality tags me, and says, "Formula Fanboy. So, you're the original account. Good to know you're going by the name Mike Hag to post Nazis rhetoric." Where... Where did Nazis come into this? So, I am Mike Hag, apparently. And then he responds to Mike Hag saying, "Gee, after what you said under your Formula Funboy account, I figured you would say something that goes above your 50 IQ level." Bring up the IQ level. Mr. Reality, have you watched Rick and Morty? And you're calling me retarded with the @ sign again? He sure likes using the @ sign to censor himself, weirdly. And giving yourself 4 likes after you got caught. Very cliche of you hired leftist bots. So, not only am I Mike Hag, not only did I create my alt account Mike Hag to post Nazi rhetoric, not only am I a 50 IQ level, not only did I give myself 4 likes, because I'm just that petty, but I'm also a hired leftist bot. First off, who's hiring me? Serious question. Play the Jeopardy music. I want to know who is paying me to be to spread my Nazi rhetoric for the left. Second off, if I'm a bot, how am I hired by anyone? If I'm a robot, how is anyone paying me? What am I going to do with money? So then Mike Hag responds, "Mr. Reality, how much meth did you smoke today? Pounds, I'm guessing." And then he tags me again. "Formula Fanboy, just called out for who you really are." I'm not gonna say that, but you can see what it says. Very vile word, and I don't intend on repeating it. Not a good word to use. But then again, what exactly would we expect from our dear friend Mr. Reality? Good luck trying to get real subs, as I'm exposing you for who you really are, and then in bold text, in a way that makes this look like a satirical meme. Lol, you downloaded over 800 bots to increase your subs. I can tell, seeing how you don't even get more than 100 views. One thing I will fully disclaim: no, none of those subscribers watch me. They're not bots, but they don't watch me either. You see, I was a part of this terrible thing called the Minecraft fandom, and I made some videos around that era that got fairly popular. The most popular one, I think, had 50K views, and they got so popular to the point where they basically took over my channel. And a little while ago, I realized, maybe, just maybe, if I want people to actually come here who I know are going to watch the things I actually want them to watch, maybe I should not publicly make all of those videos available. Of course, it wouldn't really be fair to the people who enjoyed the videos to just take them down, so I found a compromise. You see, I unlisted the videos, and I put them in a public playlist on my channel called Unlisted Videos. So if someone's going out of their way to find it, if they really do want to find it, they'll find it. But it won't show up if you just search it up, and it won't show up on my main channel page unless you go to the playlist specifically. And I did that to all the videos that got way too much popularity, and that's probably why my sub count has been steadily decreasing and why my view count is practically non-existent. So, they're not bots, but, they're just about as active as bots. I can see how you would get that impression. However, I do want to ask you, my dear friend, if I was going to sub-bot my channel, why would I stop at 800? Just why would I do that? But if you're absolutely just dying to know the absolute truth of whether or not my subscribers are real, I can just scroll down and show you them, and all of these people are... I mean, these people really wouldn't be not okay with me showing that they're subscribed to me, because it will only show people who set their subscriptions to public. So yeah, you can see all these people are real. Jessica Parrish, Duck Plays, it's a username. Coxlu4? J.R. Vincenti. Gamerboy Latu. Logan Kelly. I read that very wrong for a second. Nero the Hedgehog. Booty Killer. Oh, but you're still not convinced? You just think that I'm so wonderfully talented that I've somehow managed to even make a bot that comes up with its very own usernames and profile pictures. Well, let's just, completely at random... Not completely, because there's some people I can pretty much already tell aren't going to have any videos, but mostly randomly, go to the page of a few of these people to show that they are, in fact, people. They have playlists, they have uploads, they have subscriptions and saved playlists. This person has uploads. A lot of them are going to be little kids who play Minecraft. That's just what my fan base is pretty much built upon. Another Minecraft player, it seems, Mr. Anonymous, has one upload. So you can see that no, they're not bots. They're very much real people. Maybe the most inactive subscribers on the platform, but still real subscribers nonetheless. Anyhow, so Mike Hague responds to that by just saying crackhead and then an emoji. True elegance. See, this is how you're able to tell it's not me. I would never ever use an emoji. I hate emojis. I like emoticons. Emoticons are kind of neat. I really hate that a lot of websites, without the feature to turn it off, make it so that when you type in emoticon, it automatically turns it into emojis. Emojis just really annoy me. And then Mr. Reality. Our class detective says, "Now you're spamming more insults under Mike Hague. Isn't it ironic how you're spamming that after I exposed both your channels?" So then Mike Hague messes with him. And I can't say I blame you, Mike. Mr. Reality. Alright, you got me. You're too smart for me. Can't pull the wool over your eyes. There should be an apostrophe in the word can't, and the I should be capital G's, man. But hey, I did see you blowing squirrels in the park today. Alright, I don't know what that means. I hope I haven't just said something that has a double meaning. Moving on. Zero Cool, a Mr. Reality bot account. Now, here's what I was talking about earlier where I said, it appears that some comments have already been deleted. As you've been able to see, the only people so far in this chain is Malfoy, who responded once, me, who responded once, and then aside from that, just Mike and Mr. Reality. There is no Zero Cool, which means that whoever Zero Cool is, deleted their comment. And then Mr. Reality says, "At Formula Fanboy, lol, you got caught, dude. No need to hide behind your Mike Hague account." Now last night, this is the comment that I got notified about that made me aware that any of this was happening. I was completely unaware that this was happening. I was just like watching my Nintendo videos like usual, and then I just go to, because it's just a habit at this point for me to go to the inbox section of YouTube on the app to see if I have any comments, and I just see this. And I didn't even look into it any further. Well, this is the first one I saw that was a reply to this. The notification I got that made me aware of it was actually a whole different thing. Jesus Christ, I thought that there was a hurricane or something. Sorry about that. So after that, Klarsky said, "Why are you calling the left Nazis? I understand if you don't like them, but Nazis..." Klarsky, my dude, something you'll learn very quick on the internet is that if someone doesn't like someone else, usually it just means that they are a Nazi. Yeah, but that's just kind of a thing people on the internet do, especially in these weird politic wars. I generally stay the hell away from politics, especially on the internet. A, because I may or may not have a few somewhat controversial opinions, and B, because my channel is about video games and filmmaking partially, not politics. In response to the thing about blowing squirrels, he says, "Uh-oh, that will be the new Save the Squirrel initiative." So Mike Hague responds to Mr. Reality saying, "Mr. Reality, take care, kid. After years of intense psychotherapy, maybe, just maybe, you will be ready to rejoin society." Now, as interesting as that comment is, I really want you to keep it in mind. Just keep that in your memory, just in the back of your lobe somewhere. So Mr. Reality responds, and now you... See, I'm just the puppet master of every account that ever disagrees with you. And now you're going by, Klarsky. It's obvious seeing how the account is empty. What a loser. I'll be the first to testify that I am in fact a loser. However, I don't think I have to explain why this is kind of ridiculous. The peak manliness. Now here's another one where it appears whatever the original comment was, it was deleted. It's not here anymore. I can't see it, and it's gone. So I don't know what this is in response to, but he said to the peak manliness, "Yup, it's not the first time I've encountered a leftist bot, then get bombarded by his alternate accounts, as if that will cover up them getting exposed lol." So it would appear that the peak manliness, who I just noticed he tagged incorrectly, it appears that the peak manliness is yet another great detective, like Mr. Reality. So then Mike Hague says, "Mr. Reality, you're delusional, kid. The meth has you ultra paranoid." Stupid dumb emoji. It was at this point that I finally realized this was happening at all. So I leave my second response to this absolute circus, which was at Why did it do that? Jeez, YouTube is so broken, I swear. Guys, fix your website and your app. Oh my god, it's glitchy as hell. I can make a laundry list of all the glitches and things wrong with it. At Mr. Reality, a proper tag, and then Mr. Reality, just repeated. Dude, I'm not Mike Hague. I'm not even anti-Trump. Hell, I'm Canadian. See, here's the thing. Now, Mr. Reality is the type of person who, you know what? He just wants to help everyone out. You see, Mr. Reality is a hero. And when he sees that some terrible, horrible, anti-Trump, leftist bot Nazi who's being hired by an undisclosed source is terrorizing YouTube comment sections, he's not just gonna stand by and let that happen. Who would? And I mean, he's Mr. Reality. Come on, man. He's a hero. He can't just let that happen. So, he's made the noble decision to make everyone on my comments aware that I am a hired leftist bot. This is the actual notification that made me aware that any of this was happening, but here's the thing, is that I didn't know it was happening. I just thought this dude came onto my channel and left this. So Mr. Reality says on the Infinity Bit series trailer, "Take care, kid. After years of intense psychotherapy, maybe, just maybe, you will be ready to rejoin society." And, it just seems a bit familiar. Now, I don't know if Mr. Reality is trying to make a joke. Since he legitimately thinks that I'm controlling this account, then maybe the idea is that, oh, well, I'll recognize that. Here's the thing, when I saw this, I hadn't looked at the comment chain yet. I just saw a notification for something on my own video. So this was the first time I saw this comment. I saw it there before I saw it in the chain. So, I just thought he was commenting on the video. I just thought he was commenting on the video itself. I didn't know that this whole clown show had happened. So I just said, Jesus, man, we'd crawl inside you. And then I noticed that more comments had been left on my videos. On Infinity Bit Season 2, Episode 5. Just to let everyone know, the uploader is a hired leftist bot. He gets paid to go around posting anti-Trump comments and even insults everyone for supporting him. He also goes by other accounts such as Malfoy and Mike Hag. 9. For some reason they're numbered. Just to let everyone know, the uploader is a hired leftist bot. He goes by word I can't say, Malfoy and Mike Hag. Just to let everyone know, hired leftist bot, anti-Trump comments, insults everyone. Mike Hag, blah blah blah. He posted this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times just on individual videos as individual comments. Here's where it kind of gets to me. Well, it doesn't really actually bother me because I know that nobody's going to take it seriously if they actually watch the video. But he's going around and replying to people's actual unironic normal comments to inform them of my terrible leftist bot anti-Trump ways. Now, obviously, he did not watch even a single second of the actual content of any of these videos before deciding to bombard my comment section. In fact, it's very clear that he just kind of wanted to spam it. Because if he watched the videos, he would see that I'm very much not a robot, and I'm very much not a political channel. But no, he still posted all these comments. The thing is that it doesn't really bother me for two reasons. One, I have enough faith in the few people who actually watch and comment on my videos, who are the best, by the way, that they're not actually going to believe I'm a hired leftist anti-Trump bot. Second off, it'll take about 2 clicks to get rid of all of these. Now, let me just quickly scroll down and show you just how far down they go. Because it goes down pretty far, is it? Okay, I think it's gone here. So, the farthest back he went was the official trailer for the first Infinity Bit game. Brendan, the cartoon and movie fan, who has a new name every week, said another great vid, and I said thanks, and it was a nice exchange, and then, of course, just to let everyone know, the uploader is a hired leftist bot. You can really tell how much he cares about letting everyone know by the way that he copies and pastes the exact same comment without changing it at all. Now, here's the thing, is that all I need to do is say, hide this user's comments on this channel. And, yeah, 2 clicks. 2 clicks, and if we just reload this, it'll go to YouTube Studio, because YouTube really wants you to use YouTube Studio. And, that's very naive of YouTube, because I'm not going to. It's still showing them. Just gonna hide their comments. And it's still there. Alright, well, presumably that's just because of how broken YouTube is in its current state. I also have a likely spam and 2 held for reviews. So one person responded to his comment. I'm not. You can say that. I won't care. Look at... G-Fortress... He wasn't talking to you. He was talking to me. G-Fortress, unfortunately, thought that, he was referring to him. And I just looked at the held for review ones, and they weren't him. It was one person advertising their channel, and one person who said to react to a video and included a link, and the link is the reason why it got held for review, because usually a link means somebody advertising their channel. So, class, let's review. Now, the number one claim that Mr. Reality has made about me, I believe, was that I am a Nazi. Nope. First off, pretty sure it's not World War II anymore, and I'm pretty sure that means that you can't technically be a Nazi. You can be a neo-Nazi, but you can't be a Nazi. I'm pretty sure that's just as far as I understand it, because a Nazi is a German soldier fighting for Germany in World War II. Not only am I not a Nazi, but it is physically impossible for me to be a Nazi. Number two, he claims that I am a leftist. Wrong again. I am, in fact, a right-leaning centrist. I'm really not on either the right or the left because both of them are a chaotic mess. I definitely lean a little closer to the right than I do to the left, and overall I generally tend to be in the center of things. I'm not going to go on about my political opinions because this is a channel about video games and movies, so this is just not going to happen. I will just state, no, I'm not a leftist, and in fact I'm closer to the right than I am to the left. Number three, he claims that I am anti-Trump. Man, you're doing pretty terribly on the quiz. I'm not a Trump supporter. I am also not an anti-Trump. See, I'm this mythical creature called a Canadian, which means that I really don't care about American politics, and I generally don't have an opinion on Trump. I go out of my way not to follow things about Trump, so I don't even have the information to form an opinion about him. That being said, the only thing I'll say about Trump is, and I think I mentioned in this video earlier, is that he made a pretty dumb comment about mass shootings, and how they are tied to video games. Which is stupid. But I'm not saying that because I'm anti-Trump, I'm saying that because that is stupid. People who say that video games have to do with real-life violence, and people who say it right after an actual, I guess, tragedy happens, where people die and violence happens, really, really feels like just the most exploitive thing to push your agenda. Granted, I don't think that's what Trump was doing in his statement, but you know what I'm talking about. Like when news organizations have a whole segment right after, like, a school shooting about how we need to ban video games. Like, no! No! I think that when Trump was saying it, despite the fact that it is a very stupid comment no matter why it's being said, he was saying it because he genuinely believed that that was the reason this kind of thing happens, and he was trying to address it. Again, not defending it, not saying it's right at all, it's not. It's really dumb. But the actual sentiment of it is real, I think. Unlike when people say this kind of garbage to push their stupid agenda and exploit a tragedy to push their stupid agenda. And to those people, I say honestly, get a soul. Anyways, let's move on to number 4. He claims that I am hired. No. As much as I would love to be hired, and while 15 is technically the legal age that I finally can get a job, so far I have not had much success in getting one. I do plan on getting one, and I don't plan on it being posting anti-Trump Nazi rhetoric. I also don't think that whoever this magical employer is going to hire a 15-year-old to spread their Nazi rhetoric. And speaking of this magical employer, who exactly are they? Just imagine this is like the red text from the red pen that the teacher adds. By who? Just tell me, man. Just make an alt account and tell me who. And if you start spamming my comments again, I'll ban you again. And the fifth claim that he makes about me is that I am a bot. At least to my knowledge, I am very much a human being. So, 0 out of 5, no right answers. Mr. Reality, see me after class. I think that we really need to talk about your education plan and how we're going to deal with these kind of temper tantrums in the future. No, but in all seriousness, here's the thing. I really, really, really want to believe that this isn't actually someone who is just like that, and this is somebody in, like, their 70s or 80s with schizophrenia who doesn't really know any better. And when I say that, note that I am not joking. I'm not saying that as a joke or an insult or anything. I'm being genuine here, because I actually have, on my mother's side, a grandfather who has schizophrenia. And on his Facebook, he sometimes posts things that don't really make a lot of sense in a somewhat similar nature to this. So, I know what it looks like. And I'm not saying this to be insulting or rude or insensitive or tasteless. I'm actually legitimately saying that that's a possibility, and if that's the case, then I sincerely apologize for making fun of it. I really also want to believe that that's the case, and it's someone who doesn't know any better, and that we haven't just devolved this far. Even though I kinda know that we've devolved this far anyways. I really hate to think that this is somebody who's legitimately an actual grown-up who actually believes this. It could even be someone younger than me, but if we're living in a world where somebody who's younger than me is going around talking about leftist anti-Trump bots, then we're living in a world where all parents, collectively, have failed their children. One last thing that I do want to quickly mention, where I will pull up the browser and show you something. One of the very first things that Mr. Reality mentions is that he checks Mike Hagg's account, and it's empty, and therefore, it's a bot account, and a Nazi account. So let's just quickly check Mr. Reality's account, and, Let's check Mike Hagg's account, see if it's no? I mean, Mr. Reality has 19 subscribers, for some reason. But YouTube itself is telling me, he doesn't have any content. Well, okay, maybe if we go to his About page, he'll at least disclaim that he is a what's in his discussion? Nothing. What's in his channels? Nothing. What's in his playlists? Nothing. His videos? Nothing. He has nothing. In his own words, empty. Now, I'm not saying that he's a robot, because I think that only humans could come up with something this nonsensical. But, Mr. Reality, by your own logic, you are a bot account. More specifically, a Nazi leftist bot account who's mentally ill and will never learn. I find it funny how your username is Mr. Reality, even though you seem to be so far from it. So yeah, I'm gonna close off this video, first off by saying none of this is meant to be mean-spirited. As much as I'm making fun of people in this video, then making fun of people is kind of just a part of who I am, and it's generally all for fun. I'd say don't go and spam Mr. Reality, but he doesn't even have any videos for you to spam. I guess there's his discussion tab, but either way, don't spam anyone. I do not endorse spamming or harassing of any kind. Don't do that, please. I know there's only like 3 people who actually unironically watch my videos, and most of them are my close friends, who I pretty much know aren't gonna go harassing people, so as much as I probably don't have to say this, I still feel that I should. This is mostly just tongue-in-cheek. I'm very much making fun of a situation that was just very, very entertaining to me. And it's not meant to be mean-spirited or taking anyone down or making anyone feel bad. But when someone comes on in my comment section and spams everyone about how I'm a hired leftist bot, I'm gonna probably find a fun way to disclose that no, I'm not. So if this is your first video on my channel, then you're a very, very unfortunate person, because this is not anything like something that I would usually upload. I would say watch some of the other videos on my channel, but most of the other videos on my channel are trash. I will tell you that there are a few specific videos specifically to do with my series that I am working on right now that aren't trash, that will be good. So just, if you want to, I guess, see them, then do that. Just, I'm not all there right now. Basically, good thing coming, subscribe to get good thing. It seems that Mr. Reality thinks that I'm a bot. I'm not a bot. But you know what does have bots? Discord. And you know who does have a Discord? Me. Great segue, me. Thanks, me. No problem, me. Link in description. I'm making it public with no warning to anyone in the server. Have fun. Although in all seriousness, it's a fun little place. It's also a completely dead little place at the moment, but, you know, maybe this will revive it. And I'm making it public for the first time. You can go there and talk about Infinity Bit, or you can talk about the channel in general, or games, or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. It's kind of very unorganized, at the moment at least. But there, just go there. All right, just check it out. With that, I will see you in the next video, in which I may or may not show that I actually have a nice setup here. I can't resist. I just got to show it a little bit. Look, I've got shelves. I got my floor is actually walkable now. The CRT TV is in the actual center. I got a real NES. Look, and I got games for them, and they're in boxes. 3 out of those 5 boxes are repros, but still, and it's all very organized, and it's all pretty great, and it's completely unrelated to anything to do with this, but you'll survive. Goodbye. I need to learn how to end videos.